Hi! On this video we will discuss how to use the Sortable plugin to give the admin the opportunity to update the sort index of his designs in a nice graphical way and save the new sort index to the database. So let's go ahead and start. The first step you should do at the beginning is to make sure that you have already installed the jQuery plugin and the jQuery UI plugin as well. The jQuery plugin is already installed on the site.master, and this is its reference here. And if you open the default.aspx, you will find the links for the jQuery UI. So jQuery UI magnified.js and jQuery UI magnified.css. And also we have plugged the default.js inside the same page. Now let's go to JS default.js and be sure that you are already under the on-page load function. And let's type here sortable, and if you right click any element here, you can easily notice that every design in the page is displayed inside a div element that has the class of div product. Also notice that those designs are branched under a div which has the ID of div designs, and this is why our next step will be to apply the sortable plugin over the div designs element. So I will type here div designs.sortable. The items, in other words, the draggable elements inside div designs, which has the class of panel product. And the cursor shape I want to display while dragging is the move cursor. Now let's save all. Now let's refresh our page and try to change the order of an element. Okay, it's working fine. However, if you refresh the page, you will find that each design will return back to its original position since we haven't changed its sort index property inside the database yet. This is why we have to add another property here, or let's say another function, which is the update function. So after update, the following function has to run. And this function will take the responsibility of creating a list of design IDs, ordered exactly as they appear on screen after each dragging action takes place. And to do that, we will create an each loop over each div element, carries the class panel product, and read its data ID. So let's go ahead and type the each loop. Each panel product dot each function, and let's define a variable here. So var design list equals nothing, then design list will add this dot data ID, and don't forget to add the plus sign and add a comma after each design ID. And before proceeding with our code, let's first discover what will be the value of the design list variable after the each loop. So console.log design list. Okay, save all, refresh, and go to console. Let's clear it and then start by dragging, but notice that there is something at the end of the list called undefined. So let's find out from where it comes. If you go here, there is an element here has a class of panel product as well. And by the way, this element is draggable as well, since it has already got the class panel product assigned to it. But of course, it doesn't have the attribute data ID. And this is the reason why the each loop returns undefined whenever it reaches that particular div element. If you right click, inspect, you will notice here that this div element has also the class panel add product. So it has both classes, panel product and panel add product. So let's run here a small modification by typing not dot panel add product. Okay, and by the way, we should also add the same condition to the items property in order to prevent the add new design div element from being draggable. Save all, refresh our page. Now let's try to sort it. It will not be able to sort. However, we can sort any other element. Now the returned list doesn't have the word undefined anymore. However, in either cases, the last character you will get is a comma. So let's see how to suppress this comma. at the end of the loop, design list will be equal to design list dot substring. So the start will be 0 and the length will be design list dot length minus 1. Okay, now let's save all, refresh our page. Now if you try to sort something, however, right now nobody can guess that by clicking a thumbnail and dragging it, he will be able to control the order of designs inside the page. So as a workaround, we can consider changing the mouse cursor passing over the thumbnail hyperlink to the move cursor. If you right click this hyperlink, if you change the CSS cursor property to move, this will give him the idea that this element could be moved. So in order to do that, let's copy the class name and on page load, any element has this class name dot CSS cursor will be equal to move. Okay, let's save all and refresh our page. Now the admin can easily conclude that those div elements are draggable. Now let's see how to update the design sort indexes inside the database to match with the new order the admin has already determined by dragging. So in order to do that, I will go here to Web Services, GWS, and add a new method. This method called, for example, update designs index by val design list as string. As whenever you drag an element, this function will accept the string as a design list argument. So I will type here dim designs IDs equals design list dot split, and the split function will return an array. Now I will dim a new variable called I as integer equals 1 for each design ID in designs IDs. Do the following: dim my design equals db dot designs dot single function m, where m dot id equals design id. My design dot sort index equals I, and increment the I with 1, and don't forget to save the changes. We have to return back to the default.js and write the following: jQuery.post function, and the first parameter is GWS, and don't forget that we have already defined the variable GWS to get the path of the GWS file. Then add the function name to the GWS, and the function name we have already created is update designs index, and the arguments is design list will be equal to design list. Okay, and that's all. Now let's rebuild. Now if we reorder then refresh, we will find out that the design sort indexes have already been updated successfully inside the database. Okay, so let's bring this back here. Now my only concern here is that if you log off from the administrator account, any user will have the opportunity to reorder those designs. So in order to prevent that, I will have to go here and write a new method to check whether the current user is admin or not. I will name it is admin, and I will type here if user dot isenroll admin, then context dot response dot write, for example, true, else false, and go to default.js, and here let's type the jQuery post function GWS plus is admin and function, and this function will return a result. Then type here if result equals true, then do the following, and the following is those things here. Okay, Control K, Control D, Now save all and let's rebuild. If we refresh our page now, and since the current user is not an admin, he will never be able to reorder the designs. However, if he log in with an administrator account, he will be able to reorder the designs. Okay, however, we still have one more issue here, as in case when the admin chooses to order the designs by area, for example, he will still be able to drag and reorder the designs, which considered meaningless in this case. So in order to handle those kind of situations, I will add another condition here by typing the ID of this drop down list. So this ID is drop sort by dot val equals, so the val has to be equal to sort index as well in order for the sortable plugin to take action. Save all, refresh. I should have misspelled something. Dot val has to be with double brackets, and refresh our page. Okay, now I can sort since I am in the default mode, but however if I choose the area, okay, I cannot reorder regardless of being logged as an admin. And by the way, there is one more thing left from a previous video related to reordering, as the admin is still able to click the make first button regardless sorting by any method like area or design number. So in order to handle this kind of situation as well, I will copy this condition and search for the make first, and I will type here a condition that if paste the condition drop sort by dot value equals sort index, then do the following, else do the following, dot attribute title, which is the tooltip, will be equal to, this option is only available when you sort by default, then add the tooltip plugin at the end. Now let's save all and refresh our page. Okay, if you click here, you can still make this product the first product. However, if you choose to order by area and then come here, you will find this tooltip appear. This option is only available when you sort by default, and if you click here, nothing will happen. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please press like.